Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a topic that maybe seems pretty straightforward, maybe even a little, superficial, web design.
Right.
But our fantastic sources for this deep dive, we've got research papers, industry analysis, strategic insights. They show something much, much deeper.
Absolutely.
We're going to try and unearth why your website's design isn't just about making things look nice. It's a critical strategic superpower for basically any business today. Okay, let's unpack this. What exactly is web design fundamentally, and why does it matter so much now?
Well, what's really fascinating, looking across these sources, is how they immediately shift the frame. It's not just aesthetics. It's core business. It's a fundamental imperative.
Not just decoration.
Exactly, not decoration. It's your direct line to your audience. I mean, think about it. For most people, that digital touch point, it comes before any physical one.
Right, yeah.
So your website isn't just like a digital brochure.
Yeah.
Your 24/7 storefront, it's your hardest working salesperson, your main brand ambassador, all rolled into one.
All of that.
All of it. And this deep dive, I think, will really show you with some solid evidence how good design shapes everything. That first impression, building trust, driving engagement, boosting search visibility, and ultimately hitting the bottom line. It's really about aligning what the user needs with what the business needs, making it resonate.
And it all happens incredibly fast. Our sources, they really hammer this home, just how quick these judgments are.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, can you believe it? Users form a strong aesthetic judgment about a website in about 50 milliseconds.
50 milliseconds.
That's quicker than blinking. So for you listening, what does that lightning-fast, almost gut reaction mean for how we see a website's quality? What are those, subconscious signals?
That's such a critical question, isn't it? If it happens that fast, almost instantly, how does design trigger these really strong emotions? Trust, maybe comfort, or even suspicion.
Before you even think about it.
Exactly, before conscious thought kicks in. And the sources, they dive into this psychology. They show good design uses this. It presents, clean layouts, professional images, consistent branding. These aren't just surface things. They're powerful nonverbal cues. They subconsciously signal competence, care, quality. It's like your brain goes, okay, if they care this much here, they probably care about their product too.
Right. It implies quality elsewhere.
Precisely. And we see specific trust signals mentioned again and again. Professional visuals, clear navigation that shows respect for your time, visible contact info, security badges, maybe industry certifications, testimonials.
Social proof.
Yeah, social proof, huge.
Yeah.
These build confidence. But here's the kicker, the key insight really. Bad first impressions, they stick.
They linger.
They really do. The sources show a big chunk of users just won't come back after a poor initial experience. And a lot of people judge a business's credibility mainly by its design. So your design choices, they're not just about that first click. They shape long-term perception, whether you even get a second chance.
So, okay, this isn't just looking good, it's directly tied to results. The bottom line, what does all this quick judgment and the impact of bad design mean financially?
Well, the sources provide pretty compelling evidence on this. Professional, well-thought-out design, it correlates directly with much better metrics across the whole user journey.
Like what specifically?
We're talking higher conversion rates because good UX reduces friction, makes the value clear, stronger engagement, people spend more time, view more pages, even lower customer acquisition costs sometimes because of better organic search or word of mouth.
Okay.
And significantly lower abandonment rates. Ugly layouts, cluttered pages. A surprising number of visitors just leave almost immediately because of that.
They just bounce.
They bounce. So, it's clear. Design isn't a cost center. It's a performance driver. It underpins pretty much everything digital.
Okay, so you've hooked them. Those first 50 milliseconds went well, great. But now the next hurdle, keeping them there, stopping them from hitting the back button. Once they're past that initial look, how does good design keep them engaged and, maybe more importantly, help them find what they need easily? The sources talk a lot about user experience, UX.
Right, UX.
They use this great analogy I liked. Navigation is the roadmap, information architecture, IA, is the underlying city plan. Can you unpack that a bit? What does a good roadmap and city plan look like online?
Yeah, that roadmap and city plan analogy is really spot on. It captures the difference nicely. Navigation is the stuff you see, the buttons, the links. IA is the structure underneath, how it's all organized and connected.
The logic behind it.
Exactly, the logic. So connecting this to the big picture, effective navigation and IA, they're about mirroring how users think. using familiar patterns, clear labels, anticipating where they might want to go next, offering multiple paths to important stuff.
Makes sense.
And the sources really emphasize mobile usage here. It's not secondary anymore, it's often primary.
Oh, absolutely.
So mobile needs specific patterns. Touch-friendly buttons, big enough for thumbs. Progressive disclosure showing less up front, revealing more is needed, so it's not overwhelming on a small screen. Simplicity, but without losing the necessary depth.
And readability. Does design impact whether people actually read the content?
Hugely. Design absolutely dictates whether content gets read. We need to look at things like typography, the font choices, size, line length, spacing, all chosen carefully to make reading comfortable and easy. Hierarchy is also key. Good use of headlines, subheadings, lists. It guides the eye, supports how we naturally scan, often in that kind of F pattern.
Right, top and left side mostly.
Yeah. And visuals, relevant visuals, used intentionally to clarify or illustrate, not just decorate, they grab attention and boost understanding significantly.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me, these little things. The sources mention interactive details and micro-interactions.
Ah, yes, micro-interactions, very important.
These are those tiny, subtle things, right? Like a button changing color when you hover, or a little loading animation, or that instant feedback in a form field. How do these small details make such a difference? How do they make it feel like alive without being annoying?
They're crucial because they provide immediate, often subconscious feedback. They tell the user, okay, I understood that, or hang on, I'm working on it. They guide you.
Like a little conversation.
Exactly, a silent conversation. That inline validation in a form, it saves so much frustration compared to hitting submit and then finding errors. Loading spinners manage expectations during waits. That hover effect confirms, yep, this is clickable.
Got it.
The real art, as the sources point out, is restraint. They need to be fast, subtle, helpful, never distracting, never slowing things down, never causing accessibility problems. Get them right, and the interface feels fluid, polished, user-friendly. It just works better.
Okay, so ultimately, most websites want users to do something specific, right? Buy, sign up, download, request info.
The conversion goal.
Our sources connect design directly to conversion rate optimization, CRO. So once we've got their attention, given them a good experience, what design elements really move the needle on getting people to take that final action?
Yeah, this is the big question for businesses.
Yeah.
How does design turn into actual actions, into revenue? The sources highlight a few key areas. First, calls to action, CTAs.
The buttons.
The links.
Right.
Their contrast, size, placement, and really specific wording, like get your free trial, not just submit. It's all critical for clarity, and actually prompting the click makes the next step obvious.
Okay.
Second, landing pages. These need to be super focused. One goal, strong message match with wherever the user came from and add an email. They need to anticipate and answer objections right there. And crucially, minimal distractions. Keep the focus tight.
Right. And forms. You mentioned forms earlier.
Forms. Often where conversions go to die if they're poorly designed.
Yeah.
The source is stress-reducing friction. Fewer fields if possible. Maybe use progressive disclosure. Ask for less upfront. Clear labels. That inline validation we talked about. Smart defaults. Anything to make it easier and faster.
Makes sense. It's about removing barriers.
Exactly. But it's also broader than just those elements. Design builds that crucial trust we talked about. Security symbols, SSL locks, familiar payment logos at checkout, they reduce anxiety right at the critical moment. And testimonials, reviews, case studies, client logos, powerful social proof that reassures users they're making a sound decision.
What about things like urgency? Like only 3 left.
Yeah, the sources touch on that too. Ethical urgency and scarcity, showing real stock levels, real deadlines can be effective motivators. But there's a strong warning. Fake pressure, manufactured scarcity, that kills trust fast, really damages the brand.
Okay, interesting balance there. Now, here's something that might not seem obvious. SEO, search engine optimization. You usually think keywords, content, links. But our deep dive shows this tight coupling, as one source called it, between SEO and web design. How does the way a site looks and works actually affect its Google ranking?
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because design directly impacts signals Google really cares about. We're not just talking looks, we're talking core technical performance and user experience.
Okay, like what?
First off, performance and page speed. Huge deal. This means optimizing images, loading fonts efficiently, minimizing code bloat, clean CSS. The sources specifically mention Core Web Vitals.
Yeah, I've heard of those. LCP, FID, CLS.
Exactly. LCP, Largest contentful, paint how fast the main stuff loads. FID, or now INP, first input delay or interaction to next paint, basically. How quickly the site responds when you try to interact.
Like clicking a button.
Precisely. Does it react instantly or lag? And CLS, cumulative layout shift, how visually stable is the page? Does stuff jump around annoyingly as it loads? Design choices have a massive impact on all three. And crucially, mobile-first indexing. Google mainly looks at your mobile site now. So a responsive, genuinely excellent mobile experience, it's not optional for SEO anymore. It's mandatory.
Got it.
Even things like structured data, which helps Google understand your content, needs good design to display properly in search results, like in those rich snippets.
So better UX signals good things to Google.
Absolutely. Good design leads to better UX. That means people stay longer, bounce less, explore more. Those are powerful, positive user signals for Google. It reinforces rankings. Even accessibility stuff like good alt text on images helps both users and search engines understand the page.
Wow. Okay. So it's deeply connected. Beyond search engines, though, design is fundamental to, well, the brand itself, how people perceive it, remember it. Our sources talk a lot about brand identity, differentiation. For you listening, how does consistent design build that memory and help tell a brand's unique story?
Consistency is absolutely the bedrock here. A coherent system, colors, typography, spacing, image style, tone of voice. It creates instant recognition, and it actually reduces cognitive load for the user.
Meaning it's easier to use.
Easier to process, yeah. Like knowing where things are in your own kitchen versus a stranger's.
Yeah.
Familiarity makes it low effort, so users can focus on your message, not figuring out your interface.
Makes sense.
Color psychology plays a role, subtly conveying values. Consistent type makes a brand voice feel familiar. But design is also a powerful storyteller. Those hero sections at the top, they need to nail your identity and value proposition in seconds. You can use design to unfold a narrative as someone scrolls, use visuals metaphorically. It helps connect on meaning, not just features. That's how you turn customers into, actual advocates.
Right, building that deeper connection. No, we absolutely have to talk about mobile. This deep dive wouldn't be complete otherwise.
No, definitely not.
The sources call it the mobile-first imperative. It's not just a trend. Why is mobile responsiveness not just a good idea, but totally non-negotiable today? What happens if you get it wrong?
Well, it raises that vital question. If most traffic and a huge amount of actual commerce is mobile now, what does a truly mobile-first experience demand?
Yeah.
Users expect to do everything on their phones now. Research, compare, buy, everything. If they can't do that smoothly, intuitively, completely, they're gone, straight to a competitor, instantly.
Ouch.
So design needs relentless focus. Prioritize content, prioritize actions for that small screen. Make touch targets easy to hit with a thumb. And crucially, design for performance on varied networks. Not everyone has perfect signal. Think fat fingers and fickle bandwidth, as one source nicely put it.
I like that.
Sources detail how to do responsive right. Fluid grids, responsive images, using smart techniques like surset so the browser picks the best size. Lazy loading so images don't slow down the initial view.
So it feels fast even on the slower connection.
Exactly. And ensuring continuity, if someone switches devices, start on phone, finish on desktop, it needs to feel seamless.
Wow. Okay, what an incredible journey through, well, the whole strategic world of web design. From that split-second first impression to boosting SEO, building a brand people remember. It's so clear that professional design is way more than just, the paint job.
Far more.
We've seen how design that's user-centered, mobile excellent, performance first, it's not a cost. It's a genuine compounding investment.
Absolutely. If you connect all these dots, treating design as that strategic investment, it yields compounding returns. Everywhere. Better UX drives better user signals for search engine.
Which improves rankings.
Right, which improves rankings, lowers acquisition costs, and ultimately lifts conversions, lifts revenue. The sources are really clear. User expectations, technology, they keep evolving fast. Organizations that prioritize excellent design. They won't just keep up, they'll pull ahead of competitors. So the real question for you listening isn't if you should invest in professional web design. It's more like, how quickly can you elevate design to really grab and hold that competitive advantage in your own digital world?
A powerful thought to end on. Thank you for diving deep with us today. We really hope this deep dive has given you a whole new, powerful perspective on the true impact of great web design.